Jim Flick once told me that all wild shots are due to bad legs and hips. Turning the body in the golf swing is one of the most complicated moves in all of sports. That's why superstars like Michael Jordan can only get down to a 10 handicap. In this video, I'm going to markedly simplify the body turn, and if you put in a little bit of work, you'll be able to get it. You're watching Chris, one of my students, a top college golfer and a two-time Colorado State amateur champion. When Chris first came to see me, his legs were all over the place, and so were his golf shots. Over time, we've markedly simplified his golf swing. He doesn't hit wild shots anymore, and he consistently drives the ball well over 300 yards. I'm going to show you how to simplify your body turn, and you'll be able to swing just like Chris. All it takes is some know-how and some work. The trunk is like a cylinder, and the green arrows are pointing to what I call Chris's ghost feet. His hips and his head are going to move toward the right ghost foot, and the cylinder is going to turn around the ghost feet. At the top of his swing, his weight is over his right ghost foot. Now he's going to move forward during transition over top of his left ghost foot, and his arms are going to start to rotate. He keeps his left knee bent. When his weight is over his left ghost foot and his hands are halfway down, he fires his right external oblique, and this rotates the cylinder. After impact, his belly button is forward and his back is arched. You can see his left knee is still bent, and his right foot is now starting to be pulled off the ground by the rotation of the cylinder. Here you can see Chris rotating his body correctly from a behind down the line view. Let's analyze it from this perspective. The red arrow indicates the target line. The green circle shows the insertion of the right external oblique muscle. When the muscle fires, the right side goes out to the right and then around. This muscle actively turns the upper body, and it should passively turn the hips. The external obliques are interesting muscles. They're on each side of your body. The origin is that white band that connects to the rectus abdominis. The left one pulls the body around to the right, and the right one pulls the body around to the left. You can see that the right external oblique wraps around the right side of the body and inserts in the ribs. When the muscle contracts, it pulls the body around to the left. Chris has used his right oblique to get to the finish, and you can see that there's a definite arch in the back. This arching of the back is extremely important because it prevents the hips from turning the shoulders too quickly. The multifidus is a muscle that goes from the mid-spine to the sacrum. When it contracts, it makes the lower back arch forward. After our hands start down from the top of the backswing, we are going to start arching our back using this muscle. As a review, Chris fired his right external oblique and his multifidus muscle just after the start of the downswing. You can see that Chris's left knee stays bent. This is very important, as if the left knee is bent, it is very difficult for the hips to take over and open the shoulders too quickly. Next is an excerpt from my 2-hour DVD. It will show you how the left knee works through impact. Okay, then, during the part of the swing from delivery to post-impact, the legs have to move in such a way that the hips don't open too quickly. If the hips open too quickly, the shoulders open too quickly. So this is the best way to do it. It's by using a muscle on the side of the hip called the gluteus medius and minimus. And we'll show you that in a minute, but basically the motion it controls is the motion that moves the knee from the inside of the foot to the outside of the foot. And when that happens, the hip opens enough, but not too much. So the gluteus medius and minimus are actually very large muscles on the side of this pelvic bone, and where it attaches is right here, right at the head of the femur, so it doesn't have much leverage. But what it does is it moves the femur laterally and rotates it. And in addition, it'll move the knee, since the knee is also attached to the femur. This is Andrew, another one of my college players who just won his conference championship. He is doing the drill that will teach you how to do the body turn correctly. Andrew gets into his golf posture and has his feet slightly apart. He splays his left foot out so that it will make it easier for his knee to rotate through impact. I have found a new use for my pro swing band invention. Andrew reaches around and grabs the band with his left hand. Then he reaches around and grabs it with his right hand. When he grabs it in this location, it will simulate the action of the external oblique muscle when he pulls on the band. From behind, you can see that the external oblique muscles insert into the ribs. When they fire, they turn the torso. When we put the pro swing band on, we put it on at the insertion of the muscles in the ribs. Then we grab it on each side, and this will simulate the action of the muscles. At setup, Andrew flexes his peroneus muscle. You can see how this works in my blog about the spine drill. He puts his feet just a little bit apart. With his right hand, he will pull on the swing band quite briskly, simulating the action of the left external oblique. Simultaneously, he will fire his hips and his head toward his right toe. At the top of the swing, the belly button will have turned to the right and the weight is over the right toe. The spine angle remains intact. During transition, his whole spine moves forward. Now his weight is over his left foot, his knee is bent, and his left shoulder is still low. His spine angle has remained intact. He's now ready to fire his right external oblique. His head will stay in the circle while his body turns. Do not push off with the right foot. Let the belly turn pull the right foot off the ground. At the finish, his back is arched. He has maintained his spine angle, and his belly button is slightly to the left of the target. After he has learned to do it with his feet together, Andrew does the drill with his feet apart. With his feet apart, he pretends that his feet are still together. On the backswing, he's going to shift his weight to his right ghost foot, and on the forward swing, he's going to shift to his left ghost foot. In the drill, he actually swings between his feet, not over his real feet. Next, do the drill with a cutoff club and your feet together. In the next drill, we're going to stop at the top, go slow motion till the hands are halfway down, and then we're going to fire the oblique at regular speed. Now we're going to use a club with the feet together. Go to the top and stop, go halfway down and stop, and fire the belly. Now, with your feet apart, remember to swing over your ghost feet, not your real feet. In this drill, we have a real club. We're going to go slow motion, and then when we get halfway down, we're going to fire the belly. Now we're ready to hit the golf ball. At impact, the right foot is only slightly off the ground, the posture is maintained, and the back is arched. The hips are 45 degrees open. The edge of the mat is parallel to the target line, and you can see that the shoulders are also parallel to the target line. You should not try to square up the club with your body and your hips because there are just too many muscles to deal with. That's why I believe the golf swing can be inconsistent. Here are just a few of the muscles that would be involved in the backswing when you use your hips. Now you can see what I mean. Here are just some of the muscles that are involved in squaring up the club on the forward swing. Good luck trying to do it this way. This is one of our good young students, Ashley. She's shooting some good scores, but she knows she can get better. Right now she has a path that's way to the left because her hips open up way too quickly. Let's analyze Ashley's swing. We can see at delivery that her right foot is already way off the ground. The blue line is the target line. You can see that her hips are way open at delivery and they should be square. Her shoulders are parallel to the target line and they should be 45 degrees closed. At impact, her body is way too far open. Her right foot is way off the ground and her hips and her shoulders are way open to the target line. You can see that the path is very far left of the target. Ashley has already started doing the drills and I expect her to start winning tournaments very soon. Eddie is another one of our students. You will see that just before impact, he starts to straighten his left knee. Straightening the left knee causes the left hip to back up and open too early. This causes the shoulders to open way too early, and it causes a left path. Straightening the left leg also prevents the belly from working properly, and it prevents the back from arching. When the golf swing is done properly, it is a thing of beauty. It looks simple. The hips don't open too early, and the belly turns the hips. If you want to get better, simplify the body turn. Practice a swing you can finally repeat. Use the external obliques and swing over your ghost feet. Use your belly to turn your hips. The Pro Swing Band can help both your body turn and your arms. Go to proswingband.com to find out more. If you like this video, go to bestgolfdrills.com. You can get free blogs and videos just by giving us your email address.